What's up, guys, girls, and whatever? It's WannaChaos 2033, and today I will be going on another tour of one of my Minecraft worlds. What world will it be today? Read the title. Alright, like the title says, we're going to the Redstone Engineering world. Just make sure everything's right. Yep, alright. Loading. Oh? Huh. The fuck? Alright, well, we're in. Where am I? Right. All the way out here. Shit. Alright, let's just hope that doesn't continue. Anyways, like the giant letters say, this is the Redstone Engineering world. If you're wondering what that giant pole in the background is, it's a Russian flag with a piece of redstone in the middle. And that's me. What skin am I wearing? Right, the Arbiter. I'm gonna go back to Astrid. That's better. Alright. So, where to get started here? I guess at the statue. Jesus. I got my steampunk goggles, my hair when it used to be long, questionable face, redstone, evil diamond pickaxe, landmark, redstone torch, redstone torch. Of course I have a Russian flag on my chest. Over here is me and my friend Matt. His skin is Dubstep Panda, he's carrying Creektonomus, and I'm holding a nuke. A Tekkit nuke, to be specific. I also have that on my back. Another nuclear symbol. Alright, this is the map telling me the generation of all the cannons. This goes from generation 1 to generation 19, I think. Yep, 19. Currently we are in generation 12. Last generation was 11, obviously. Generation 1 is simple cannon power 1, power 2, power 3, power 4, power 5, power blah blah blah. Powers all the way up to power 7, double cannon mark 1, gravel / sand cannon. And that's it for generation 1. Generation 2, overly complex cannon, smart bomb cannon, staircase cannon. That's it. AA cannon, shotgun cannon mark 1, camo tactics added the cannons, overload capabilities added as well. And, whatever the fuck that sign said. Mortar Mark 1, overly powered cannon Mark 1, auto reload cannon Mark 1, shotgun cannon Mark 2, it was Dragon's Breath, that's what it said. Shotgun cannon Mark 3, auto reload cannon Mark 2, triple cannon mortar Mark 2. Simple cannon power 8, power 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all the way up to 19, then the widened double cannon, then overly powered cannon, I think it said Mark II. That was Generation 6. Generation 7, Grape Shot Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3. Ultra Shotgun Cannon. Generation 8, Simple Cannon Mark 2, Mortar Mark 3, double-sided overly complex cannon, Auto Reload Cannon Mark 2, Auto Reload Cannon Mark 4, AA Cannon Mark 2, Flat Cannon Mark 2, 1, 2, and 3. Overly tall cannon. Generation 9, double cannon Mark 2, quadruple cannon Mark 1, quadruple cannon Mark 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Overly powered cannon Mark 3, double cannon Mark, whatever. Gravel cannon Mark 2, gravel cannon Mark 3, Mark 1, double cannon Mark 3, double cannon Mark 4. In Generation 11, Mortar Mark 4, Wacha, Auto Fire Double Cannon Mark 5, and at last the Auto Reload Cannon Mark 5. As you can see, there's plenty of room for improvement, and plenty of cannons to be made. Let's start here with this arrow, which points towards my friend's house once I get a map out. My friend Matt, of course. Open it up, and little dot on the map. Oh, it's right there. His house, not his map, his house resembles an anteater slash ant slash platypus sort of thing. With his signature staircases here, where if I get 2 pieces of obsidian, not mossy cobblestone, get 2 pieces of obsidian, put it like that, made a face. Alright, in here all of his everything is empty, so no need to check. Down here he has to fold up furniture, hit that lever, boom, table. And over here just 2 beds. Actually, if I get a pressure plate, make this easier. There we go. That's his mailbox right there. Not with anything in it yet. We'll get to that mail delivery system eventually in this 1.5 hour video. Just about. Alright, this is this can be used as a improved version of a trapdoor or the improved version of a piston door. And system's a bit complicated, but I'll eventually go through and show you guys how to make it. That's the system in action right there with the whole thing revealed. And this is it in action, what it would actually look like. What it does, so people can fall down here. Sup, Pigoo? People, or rather not that. It's completely hidden from sight if you hide it well enough, but the source of the redstone won't be, like a tripwire or a button, lever, or whatever. Basically, there's 8 pistons that hold 4 pistons and 4 blocks. Those 4 pistons and 4 blocks make it look like regular terrain. Then when they deactivate, they're able to be pulled by the other pistons. Here, that was one of my towers with nothing in it. I'll go in more depth about this later. This is the Hollow Dome redstone testing facility for non-explosive redstone inventions. Nothing in here currently because I have nothing to work on. But I have nether brick substitute for refined uranium in the Tekkit nuke recipe. For anyone that didn't know that, and plays Tekkit. Then when I set this whole thing up, I just recently found out that you can smelt netherrack into nether bricks. So I just thought that was pretty cool. Right here is the octagon, the strongest building I have ever made of the 3 most blast resistant materials being that you can like mine, being iron, stone slabs, and obsidian, of course. In here you can see the whole system. There's actually 3 parts to the door. What's that iron? Alright. There's 3 parts to the door. There's 4 pistons that push counter pistons to each other, and then 2 pistons that close it from the top and the bottom. Now, if you would like to see this system, I will also show this with my complex door back. The first thing I showed you, complex door thing, trapdoor. You may notice it's like buying and chicken noises and all, and a pig apparently. That's because there's a little bit of a garden inside of here. There's a lot more animals in here than I remember the last time, but maybe they spawn on the grass. But got a little glass circle there, so you know the tree gets sunlight. It's pretty nice. There's not much in here yet because I've been working on redstone projects, on opposed to, you know, just regular buildings and all that shit. Though I will say these buildings are pretty good looking in comparison to others. Alright, Let's just get the fuck out of here. And of course I have a fence around the entire thing. Alright, now let's head over to the to-do list. Alright. Redstone Engineering to-do list. Number 1, make avatar for Matt. He did that himself. Those are blank. That will never be done. That still hasn't been done. And that will never be done. Fuck. Alright, let me just put the sign back. There we go. Alright. This is Redstone Towers. Spelled with 2 W's. Wow. This was the first building that I built here. You may be wondering why I have redstone ore as a floor instead of just like redstone itself. I like it because it lights up whenever you step on it, so I use it a lot in this tower. That's where you would check in to get a room. For the staircase here, I have an active rapid system. One of them is inactive and the other one is. Head up here, this is the Redstone Pub. That's where the mushroom came from. I don't know how it got out. Alright, let's put some music on. Oh yeah. Anyways, we have vodka, coffee, water, milk, beer, margaritas, whiskey, vodka shot, that should be wine instead of vodka shot. Steak, pork, chicken, squid, stew, flesh, eyes, butter, apples, and cake. Then, let me just jump up here. We have specials, inhalants, food, power, endurance, and drinks. And of course we have 3 brewing stands to make the actual drinks. Here we have some random shit. Here we have wine, coffee, beer, vodka, margaritas, and water. Some brewing stuff, and I believe whiskey is what that is. Yeah, and milk of course. Then food. More food. Of course, we have a big screen television with Kung Fu on. Right here, this is the first half of my friend Nathan's room. He has a bunch of fucking furnaces and empty chests in this room. Right here, to get between the floors, he has a face. And he has pool access, so pretty good room. Alright, let's continue on. What? Fuck. Damn it, Nathan. There we go. This is the non-active redstone system I was talking about. This is where I teach people how to brew, if you ever so need it. Probably will put a tutorial video on brewing. Head up the staircase, empty room. Empty room. This is the third staircase and final one. It is another active redstone. Some more empty rooms. Is this the third and final? No, it's the... I don't know how many staircases are in this thing. It's been a while since I've been on this map, actually. Or at least in the buildings. Over here I have a little lookout area. Aw, back to the regular Minecraft music. Oh, right. Over here is my little laboratory sort of thing, and I can send this minecart out to the lobby, which, if I look down here, there it is. Alright. We're gonna continue up the stairs, but really where I want to go, we don't need no stairs. We don't need no stairs where you're headed. Head up the non-active redstone circuit, and this is as high as you can get using the stairs. But if I head back down... Oh, by the way, heading up this ladder will get you to like a glass dome, which I might fill with water or lava or whatever the fuck I feel like. I haven't figured out yet. I take this ladder up to get to my room. My room is pretty much the penthouse of the entire tower. I have 5 rooms in total. I have 6 rooms in total in this one part of the building. Let me just put a pressure plate there. Alright. Let's put some music on. What's a good disc? Melancholy. Let's see what this is. Actually, no, let's put on Melancholy. Fuck. Whatever, I'm leaving it. Welcome to my room! Over here is the bedroom. Has a bunch of shit that I like. What? Oh, get rid of that shit. Enderman, nether bricks, redstone, and of course the 13 discs, because I'm Herobrine most of the time. Gold and diamonds, butter. Yeah, I'm changing this fucking song. What was the one I was looking for? Fuck it, let's try Ward. For fuck's sakes. Oh. Right, this is the one I was looking for. I just forgot about the beginning. Why is it? That's probably why I didn't have a pressure plate. Alright. Head up here, have some brewing shit. Everything except for except for a lot of bottles. Full enchantment station, that's why those bulges are sticking out of the tower. Yes, I know how to fucking enchant, god damn it. Connor, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Of course that shit. You're wondering why I'm gonna kill Connor, because when he was here he went into the tutorial world and I have to do all this shit again. That's missing the tripwires. The song's not bad actually, for the depressing start. And if I head up here to the top of the tower, this is just about the height limit, but actually the flag was, so yeah. It's not anymore, of course. Height limit is much higher now. Look at all this shit I have to go through. Alright, so right here I have a little leap of faith board where if I jump off of this, go around that and back up, I'm in the pool. In survival you can actually survive that fall. But if I'm gonna do shit like that, I need to change my skin. What skin pack was that? Skin pack 4. Right. Yeah, Altair, fuck Ezio. Man, I wish I could have this music stick with me the whole time. Okay, jump off there, backed up a little bit too early so I would have died. But there we go. The minecart, yep, it's right here. Send that back up. And if I look, there it is. If this is the sort of track it takes, it basically spirals around the entire building. Man, I love the C418. You're probably wondering why I have these towers. I love the C418 music, except for Cat, this fuck Cat. This tower here is, like I was showing you, the spiral sort of rail system, and it's so that my mailbox can get, my mailing cart can get all the way up to my building. I really don't want the music to fade off, but so it's faded out. Alright, let's get back to Jesus. I'll be putting tutorials out for most of the redstone things here, so if you guys want to build it, just leave in the comments what you really want to see, and I'll try to get that video out on Thursday, but I don't know with my internet, so I'll try. I'm making videos again. No longer have that medical issue I had. Right here, this was the prototype for the mailing system before I implemented it on the building, and then made the large worldwide fucking mailing system. And then this was the system to show off how the carts react with the spiral staircase sort of thing that made that entire tower. Did I say spiral staircase? I meant to say spiral rail system. That's the mailing system, by the way, with PO Box 1 through 5. This is some random shit, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Over here, got some pixel art rails leading into CPPS, which actually should be FORPS for the new name of my clan being Fires of Revolution instead of Crimson Phoenixes. These are all the destinations, and the PS stands for Postal Service. That's the name of the minecarts, and this is just about how long it takes for them to get there. 15 seconds, 12 seconds, 27 seconds, 35 seconds, 1 minute and 7 seconds, 25 seconds, 1 minute and 20 seconds, and 27 seconds. I said that entire thing without fucking up once. Yeah! Send them out to their destinations, and I'll get them back here. There they go. This entire thing is a representation of my insanity. Ah shit, the maintenance card in here. But if I send those two, they just bounce back. They don't have a course yet, but they will eventually. Put back Astrodon. Actually no, I'll be Herobrine. That's better. Alright. I don't know where the maintenance cart is. I don't want to try. I'm just gonna fly there. This is the first destination. Actually, I should send back the cart. Back to normal Minecraft music again. Alright, follow this rail system all the way over to the second mailing slot where the cart is just getting here. This is village 2. Send that back and start heading to village 3. And the cart is also just getting here. Alright, let's send that back. Now, I'm gonna follow the rail. I'm gonna follow this rail, even though it's not the one I'm supposed to be following. But, you know, they kind of converge right here. Right, so I take a left, then a right. I'm basically following what the maintenance cart would be, where it would be going, but I'm just not gonna be riding in it. Head all the way over here, and this is the next stop where I can send back the holodome cart. There we go. Then I continue on my trip this way towards Matt's house. Right? Yeah. If you think this system is complicated, just try and set it up on your own. This is, again, representation of my insanity. Alright, so I'll send back his cart. This is the farthest out that a cart actually goes, and you see that little bastard in about a minute and 20 seconds. A minute 20 seconds. Alright, I head along here and what? Why do I pass the octagon? Right, it's a secure facility, so I can have a stop right next to it. That's a bad idea. Duh. I'm a fucking genius. I'm probably not gonna save, so, yeah. Fuck it. Send this back, and break that down. Alright, now I'll go over here, stop, and I would get a minecat out of the chest, and I'll be sent up this spiraling thing. Let's break it before I get to the top. So right now, grab that, get rid of it. Huh? Oh, it's not active. Why? Oh, I broke the wool, that's why. There must have been a torch there. Let's just put a lever. And, carefully push it. There we go. Now that goes up to my room, and I would break that. And send it back. The whole purpose of the maintenance cart is not to send these back, but actually to just make sure that the system works. And it does. So, kinda successful. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be going, and this would send me right back to the station. Just about all the carts should be here except for Nathan's, because he has to send his back, and I don't have a maintenance route to his place. Because it's kinda easy. It's kinda... Fucking hell. It's kind of easy to check. Kind of easy to check if his system is broken or not. I don't really need a cart for it. Alright, I just had to swap recordings real quick because I ran out of time on a half hour. So I'm recording on an hour now. Alright. Let's get to the redstone systems. Right here, this is the first system I built on the world. I was gonna have lava here, but I'm too close to the spawn. It's a pretty cool system, and it does it one by one. On one of my older worlds that I deleted, I had it with lava because it wasn't close to the spawn, making it actually useful, but I'll just have water for now. Let's just say you're an Enderman. This is the old piston door, though it says wall door. This is a doorbell. Alright. This is the automatic farm thought up by my friend Punisher. And I'm pretty sure this is as big as you can make it, because, you know, you have to rely on the water. Well, actually, you could make it bigger, but it would be too complicated to fit in this little space. I don't know where the fuck that sheep is. Oh, by the way, that sign said animals not included, because when I came back one day, there was animals all over the fucking thing, inside the fence, and they were just like eating all the crops and fucking up the grass and all that shit. Real bastards, aren't they? Over here we have the shower mark something. This one you can open and close, making an actual shower. This one right here, the Mark 1 I think it says, or Mark 2. Yeah, Mark 2, okay. This one you can't turn off the water, you're just gonna have to block it up, or get a bucket and pick it up. We'll get to the cannons eventually, probably be the last ones in the entire tour, but still. There's a lot of redstone systems in this. Let me just load all these up before I set them off. But this is when things start getting into weaponry and out of like just conventional things for most of them. At some point, I'll be getting this software called Audacity, where I'll be able to record my voice along with the voices of my friends, so I'll be able to do like proper Let's Plays in GTA 5 and whatever the fuck we're playing. Which that will be fucking awesome. But for now, it's just gonna be me talking. Even I get bored of myself talking. Isn't that sad? No, it's not. I've been told my voice is relaxing, but I just didn't believe them. Maybe that's why I got tired. Alright, so this is the Mark 1. Very simple system. I had to include the simple shit because, well, it's a Redstone Engineering world. I don't want to make it look like I can't even make the simplest things. I can only make complicated things. Though I do, that being said, I do hate making simple things. I love making complicated things. We have a whole line of cannons. We have 20 cannons, I think. No, we have 19 cannons labeled simple cannons because I got good. And they started the scene pretty shit. But this is the carpet bomb, the singular carpet bomb. This is the double carpet bomb. This is the auto singular. So it's like pressing it's like hitting the pistons, but it does it on its own. This is a mining system, not a bombing system, made by Matt. It's pretty good for mining, I just don't like it too much. Then of course, carpet bomb, triple carpet bomb. It can also be a quadruple, but there's only like 5 per thing, so it's not really worth it. This is what I would use for mining. It's a complicated system, and it involves pistons, but I really like it. Now, I'm going to show you how the carpet bomb works. The reason it makes the carpet bomb is that this delays the redstone signal to the repeater there, just ever so slightly, and that continues on through the entire thing, delaying it, delaying it, delaying it. It works the same principle here with these ones ticked back, where I have it at a slower speed for demonstration purposes, but if I wanted to, I could alright. If I wanted to, I could go over to the things and push it all the way to the front. Alright, and now it would be much faster and more useful. Now then, this system is pretty interesting and complicated when I thought of it. This redstone torch powers this one, which turns out that torch when when the signal hits it, if that torch was active, these doors would shut. The pistons would activate and make the door shut. Now, the way the system works is there is a pressure plate right there. If that pressure plate activates the redstone, it will send a pulse to this piston, knocking out this piece of redstone, making the signal of this invalid, thus turning on the torch right there, making the door shut. And with that piece of redstone broken, the door would never be able to open again, making it a way to close the door behind you permanently, unless you had a pickaxe. See? Pretty ingenious, right? And if I, that's what it was called, one-way system. If I put that back, doors open again. Over here, this was just a, what is this called? Alright, doesn't have a title. This was just me testing the reaction with moving blocks and the objects that you can put on them. They don't move, while the blocks do. Okay, I call this a satellite. This is of some YouTuber that Matt looked up's design. We were looking for a way to make planes without mods, because we don't have mods in Xbox. And this is pretty cool. It's not very, you know, it's very functional, but it's not very practical. It's kind of a piece of shit, and it's slow as fuck, no matter how well you are at making it move. The way the whole thing works is that these pistons right here are normal pistons that push the entire thing. And these pistons right here are sticky pistons which grab those and pull them back. And that's how it moves. Over here, this is the old trapdoor system with a full desert landscape on top of it, where it would be useful, on opposed to the new one where you can just hide it wherever the fuck you want. Either by just being plain stupid or curiosity, these people would... Yeah, let me get rid of the sand. The people would fall down here and be locked in bedrock cage. Their fall would be broken by this cobweb so they wouldn't die. And in these dispensers here, I have creeper eggs, so if I ever decided to, I could just unleash creepers on the people in here, or a person. And since I'm not saving, I don't give a fuck. Here's a lever right here that would send the creepers down. If it was on, if it wasn't on peaceful, of course. Now, this is an upward version of the satellite. I'm not quite sure if it works. Let me give it a test. Yep, it does work. Whole point of it was to make an elevator, but it's kind of pointless because to be able to use it, you would need to be able to fly. And if you can fly, you have no need for an elevator. Alright. This is a hot coffee dispenser based off the Yogscast Yog Labs coffee dispenser. I saw it one day and was like, I'm gonna make that. So the dispenser puts out lava, giving you your hot coffee, and I just hit that to put out the lava. Could be worse, could be a reinforced bacterial sludge bucket. Now alright, this is an actual coffee dispenser, so if I hit that, gets your sugar and milk, and then you get coffee. But I have a better version of it, so fuck that thing. This is a squid attack arena. It was based off of bite-sized Minecraft when the squids would just like randomly attack people and there would be a shit ton of them. So I had to make this. So we hit those buttons. I hit those levers and it sends water so the squids don't die, and it puts out a shit ton of squids because of a rapid system. You know, fuck squids, so I'm gonna kill them all. Alright. Turn the pistons back on and the waterfall stops and water, blah blah blah. I'm also gonna block up this source of water because fuck water. Just adjusting my mic, I don't really know what's the best place to have it. This is the aquarium with some chickens in it for reasons of I don't know. I hit this button to put some inhabitants in there. You may hear the click, that's because occasionally a creeper gets sent in. I just like doing that. Food are fish, but I still can't see it well because it's daytime, but the food are fish. Apparently an egg from a chicken. Yeah, that's the aquarium. These are the 2 cakes that I made on Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, Minecraft Xbox 360 edition's first and second birthday, and it will continue on until I stop. This is the wall trap, which has an adjustable version of a lava or water wall trap to either burn them to death or make them drown. In this version, they just starve to death. See, when you hit that pressure plate, it activates both the pistons there, locking you in there for good. This is some fold-up furniture. So, that chest used to work, but it doesn't anymore, but we have a table and some extra chairs, and if you hit that again, right back into the ground. So, you know, it's just like a compact living area. This is the fold-up enchantment station, and it's broken. Shit. Let's see what's wrong. That's all good. That's not good. I guess there was an explosion or something near this that broke it, or maybe like water flow. Who knows? Right, so get rid of that. Alright, what's the problem now? Not a strong enough redstone signal. Right, Peter. There we go. Everything's functioning as it should be now. For that, at least. Over here... Actually, this is the auto build / repair bridge for cobblestone, and one for regular smooth stone. Alright. Just making sure that didn't damage anything. Aw, the glass is broken. By the way, that's a cobble generator, so if you play on Skyblock and don't know how to build one, there's one right there. It works all the time. See? Alright. So, set that off. And you'll see the bridge is repairing itself right now. And if there was no cobblestone here in the first place, it would be building a bridge to however far a piston can push cobblestone. The way this works is that the cobblestone generator just does what it does to make cobblestone. That piston pushes it into these pistons, which push it to as far as they can. This system's more reliable than the stone one, but you know, I like stone better than cobblestone. So I try to make the stone one more. This is also a lot less complicated than the stone one. But I'll leave that to its business. This is the stone one, which you can see immediately is more complicated. I need to have the configuration like that so that stone is made instead of cobblestone. And if I hit that lever, this whole thing will be active. I timed this pretty much perfectly so that a piece of stone is made and water bar. The only problem with this is that the water source tends to evaporate, so you need to replace it a lot. Anyways, I have this almost perfectly timed so that the stone block is made, the piston pushes it into another piston that pushes it up, which pushes it sideways, which pushes it to the one that is made. The pistons that are actually making the bridge. Why I have it like this is because I need to have it like this, otherwise the dispensers underneath it would have been broken. This finished up, so I'm just gonna shut down the system. That's the only way to do it. There's a lever, but it would just like to make the system constantly active instead of turned off. Right here is the arrow bomb, or fire arrow bomb if I was using fire arrows. Arrow. Fire about just in the center. Huh. I'm fucking tired. Fire about just in the center. With arrows, obviously. And then fire it off whenever the fuck Doesn't go far most of the time, and it's pretty glitchy in Xbox version, but you know, take what you can get with weaponry. Now, if there was a person or something standing there, that would have been devastating to them. They would most likely have died, unless they were wearing armor. Like diamond armor or something. Leather would probably fail them. This is the piston system thought up by my friend Ryan. It's pretty ingenious because this redstone signal makes sure that the piston is active, but when I hit that lever, it deactivates the torch. But then, when the block covers up the redstone torch, it sends the pulse through the block to the redstone, turning off the redstone. Turning off that redstone torch, then turning on that one, turning off that one, and then it's just a constant cycle of redstone torches turning on and off, and the piston moving back and forth, making the shooters actually shoot arrows. And this shows the difference if you have a redstone torch or nothing next to the dispensers. It shows the rate of fire that usually comes out of it. With the one without the redstone torch, you have it every time the redstone signal hits it. With the redstone torch, you have it fire every time it either goes off or goes on, so doubling the firing rate. This one is the redstone cycle shooter, and as you can see, it's faster than the piston, but break that. The one without it, kind of, what's going on here? Alright. The one without the redstone torch has a very, very low rate of fire. This, of course, is the rapid arrow system that I created, and it's not the most reliable. I made a more reliable version of it, but it is definitely the fastest. I have not made a arrow shooter since that can even come close to the rate of fire that the one with the torch creates. That mows down anything in its path. Anything. You could set up a wither farm using one of those. This is a redstone pulseer, which that's the name of the system. This is probably the lowest rate of fire I have for the entire thing. This is probably the lowest rate of fire out of all the systems. These are just like staircase versions of the rapid system. They fire at the same rate of fire as the other one does. This is the more reliable version. What? Rapid burst? I don't know what that means. This is the more reliable version, just adding that second, or rather third block with 2 torches and a redstone on it. This, of course, simple. It's a button, 2 pieces of redstone and a dispenser. This is the 3-round burst. Hit that button, fires 2, and then it fires a 3rd. Not very useful. Neither is the 2-round burst. Most of these, except for the piston in the rapid system, are not useful. For arrow dispensers, that is. And this is a different piston version that I came up with, unopposed to the one that Brian had. This one just goes ever so slightly faster than his. This right here is the Whatcha, a recent addition to the world, as you can tell by the fucking board saying all the cannon names on it. I was gonna put the redstone inventions and arrows on there too, but that would just take up too much space. I'm gonna name this the Fuck You, because fuck you. Alright. That's fucking awesome. So I believe if I put the TNT like this... Yeah, okay. So I put it like this, then I put... Just adjust my headset. Put arrows on this projectile. Should work. Alright. That didn't work. I think I did it wrong. Yeah, I did. It's been a while since I used one of these. That should be the right configuration, and now I just do that, pretty much. Right, I forgot the redstone on these lamps were actually just to turn them on when fired. Does this turn you on? Alright, using the power to fuck you, I now have a fire. Wacha! Wacha! Now it worked. These things go soaring for fucking miles. Yep, they landed all the way the fuck out here. Which, if I turn back, you can't even see the cannon. Yeah, you can't. So that's where they landed, and that's where the cannon is. So, that's a pretty good distance, I would say. Not very practical at close range, but, you know, neither was the original Wacha made by the Chinese, which just fired a bunch of missile arrows at things. They were effective against large radiuses, just like this. They fired arrows, just like that. And, yeah. Shit. Alright. Now, cover up everything except for the water source. This is the man cannon. You can actually use this in survival and you will not die. I decided to make this when... Alright, you will die from this height, but that's only if it fails. I decided to make this when I was standing on top of one of my cannons when it fired, and I went flying up from the ship it was on. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I should make that into a cannon. Blah. Right. Most of the time you can make it up to there, but sometimes you can't. Okay. Here is a system that sort of puts up a wall in people's path, maybe even a box when I come to it. I'm actually gonna make it look like a regular plains biome. Where is the bone meal? There it is. Make it look like a plains biome, so it's just like ordinary ground, like the desert sort of thing I had. There we go. It's a regular plains biome. Hit that. Boom, there's a wall in your way. I could make it into a box, I think. That would probably be a lot more complicated system, and it will have much more practical uses than this one currently. I came up with that watching the Redstone Active video. I was like, hey, I could make that. This is a sort of wave system that has no purpose at all, besides just to look cool and be complicated as dicks. Because look at this shit. It's fucking crazy. I'm gonna give tutorials on redstone and brewing, so don't worry if you're not good at either. I tend to be good at complicated things in Minecraft, mods or not. This is the cryo chamber, which I based on... Okay, let's get fuck you out. Shit. Yeah, I know how to trade with villagers. Fuck you. Literally, because I threw fuck you at him. Anyways, I based this off of the Yogg's... I watch a lot of Yogg Labs and Yogg's Cast, so when they did a Yogg Labs video, they sort of had like a cryo chamber, so like a cloning chamber or cryo chamber or whatever, and it really just pushed blocks of ice into someone, into Simon to be specific, and I was like, I had no idea you could actually do that. So I gave it a... What? I fucking killed the villager! So he should... Ah, fuck it. Screw it, I'll just be in there. So, Alright. I had no idea you could do that and actually survive, so now I know. And knowing is half the battle. Alright, but yep, this is what it looks like inside of ice. It looks a lot like the outside, but being surrounded with other blocks. You can just walk out whenever you fucking please, covered up. On my... I think it's, what the fuck? Huh? Okay then. On my... Fuck, what is it called? Whatever. This arena right here is for snow golems to face off against blazes, the only things that snow golems can kill. So I might show a video like that because it's pretty funny doing it. Mass Effect, that's what it was. On my Mass Effect world, I have a cryo system that has the glass come down, unlike on that one. Right here, this is a sort of like runway lights sort of thing. It works pretty well. The only problem is it causes a shit ton of lag, so it is not useful at all. Let's just break the system. There we go. This is one of my friend's houses made completely of glass and anvils, because fuck you. Right here, it's sort of like the wave system, but sideways. When I made the wave system, I decided I just wanted to put it upwards. The whole point of making this system in the first place was, again, watching Yog Labs. In PC, gravel falls very fluidly and nicely, and I thought, hey, I can do that in Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. Nope, no you can't, because gravel doesn't fall the same way between the games. This I based off of watching Let's Play Something by Achievement Hunter, and they had a tower pin that just popped up, so I was like, hey, that's pretty cool, I'm gonna do that. This is broken for reasons of I don't know why. Screw it. Just move on. I base a lot of things off of what other YouTubers do, and that's perfectly fine. Again, like I said on the Armor World, you can copy any of these things if you have the talent to do so. If not, again, I'll be putting a tutorial so you can copy these things into your own Minecraft world and be ahead of your friends and just like fuck them up whenever you feel like. That's a falling trap sort of system thing that I implemented in my Herobrine's dungeon world, where you just fall to your death and if you don't die on impact, you die with the explosion. Now, let's get to the fun part, the cannons! This isn't labeled, but this is the newest cannon that my friend Matt made. I assume you load it like this. Matt has a tendency to make attachments on cannons instead of making actual new ones. Fucking great. I'm really not saving now. Right here, this is the Auto Reload Cannon Mark V for PC or 1.5 update, where dispensers can actually put out TNT. Instead, in this version of Minecraft, they just drop the block. These aren't droppers, these are dispensers. So dispense them, for fuck's sakes. It would actually dispense 2, which that's pretty good. Yeah, so that would put out 2 blocks of TNT right in front of it. This right here is the auto fire double cannon. Basically, it's like a 2-barrel cannon that you only need to hit the button once for both to fire at different times. This is a more reliable version of a double cannon because most of the double cannons are shit. It fires, and then that system goes along and fires. That one went much farther. You can never really tell where these things are gonna go. This is the most famous mortar that I've made because I have it on like every world. It's the mortar Mark IV apparently, not Mark III, like how I said in the Guns of Icarus and Armor World. That one actually didn't reach the ground, but that's okay. Right here, this is the double cannon Mark 5, I think that said. This is my version of Matt's double cannon Mark 2. Oh, right. This is the inspiration for that cannon over there, because I didn't want to do the manual labor of hitting 2 buttons, but I wanted to have the cannons fire like that. Oh, I forgot to add. You know, in my Guns of Icarus world, how I had the pistons put down the TNT into the extremely long cannon. Yeah, well, this is the Mark 4, so yeah, that was the Mark 5. Fucking hell. Projectiles went far, though. This is the Mark 3, then. Well, anyways, the pistons, that can be augmented to pretty much any cannon with just, like, one line like this. Anything else that probably wouldn't be very effective, but with these cannons, they definitely are. God damn it. This is the overly powered gravel cannon. In this world, you're gonna see it called the overly accurate, because that's what it's called with the slab on top of the TNT, which I will actually show you once I get to that cannon. It's called a gravel cannon because that's the most simple one, the simple projectile to use, because we get gravel all the time, but we have no use for it except for flint. I like using anvils because they do more damage. That baby, no, it's not one of these. That baby is either gonna fall here or already has or something. It might be one of these. Anyways, head back to this cannon. I could put a piston augmentation on, like, singular versions of this. By the way, if you're wondering, the whole reason this works is because there are 9 of these fully pulled back redstone repeaters, so that the piston deactivates just about the same time as the TNT fires, making the projectile actually go somewhere. Now I'm gonna fire gravel this time. Alright, I'll fly over there. And there it is. Aw. It broke. Oh well. The farthest shot here is 172 meters, which is 172 blocks, because each block is a square meter, which explains why Steve is only 2 meters high. 2 meters high equals a little over 6 feet. So he's actually pretty tall. Well, he's pretty tall for old standards, I suppose, because I'm actually taller than Steve. I'm like 6'3" or something. I don't know. I'll have to check. That's the grape shot Mark something or rather. Yeah, I think it's like Mark 4. This is the alright, yeah. This is the wow, I forgot the name. This is the overly powered cannon, I think I called it. Mark 2 or 3 or something. Anyways, the farthest shot was 124 meters, or at least the farthest shot that hit the ground was. This is the double gravel cannon. Double cannons are never good, except for with one exception being Matt's new one, or newer one. Double cannons are never good aside from like gravel or sand or anvil versions of them, because they work well. Projectiles like that, they don't. That anvil landed there and broke, and the other one's probably one of these. Alright. I'm saying alright a lot. For reasons of, fuck you. Or fuck it. This is the quadruple cannon. Most of Matt's cannon's designs, you're gonna notice, like after the staircase cannon, were based off of my triple cannon. because putting projectiles over the TNT started right there, and it just kind of stuck with them, I guess. His quadruple cannon is the good quadruple cannon along with the double cannon here. I am very proud of him for making these for fucking about 2 years, I guess. He's been like my Redstone apprentice, and he's finally, you know, made something that's actually useful on vehicles. His double cannon is extremely good compared to the one that I made years ago. This is the quadruple cannon, Mark 1, the original that I made. I kind of stick with the design of the simple cannons and try to implement them in new ways, while he goes along with, again, the overhanging projectiles, on opposed to having the projectiles just like barely in front of him. You see, my quadruple cannon is not as good as his, but you know, it's worth trying. The triple cannon is kind of good. It just doesn't work too well. Here we have the auto reload cannon Mark. This is I'll come back to it later. This is a much sleeker version of the one before it. And yeah, it's called auto reload because you can load the entire thing from the back instead of going along your fucking cannon and loading each one, which is actually faster, I found out. But this is... I made it because I didn't want to run all the way out there all the time and, you know, put myself in harm's way. Just stay back here, load the cannon, have a beer. Yeah. Alright, so the maximum amount is 12. That's all put right there. Now, if I hit that button, oh, it pushes them down, and if I hit this button, it fires the cannon. Kind of a complicated system and a delicate one too, so if a projectile hit it, it would most likely break the system, and the entire cannon would be ruined. Wondering what that whole thing in Landmark was about, that was a lightning bolt struck right there when I was like standing 2 feet from it, or rather not 2 feet, 2 meters. In here, this is the overly complex cannon, double-sided overly complex cannon because, you know, it's fucking complicated. It's a very, very complicated design that I based off of some guys like having 2 battleships fight off, and then I made the same map, but just like my design of battleships instead of theirs. I'll be doing a tutorial of that world, or a walkthrough of that world, like my very little progress worlds, kind of. In a sense, this is the inspiration for the auto reload cannons. Alright. What happened? I don't know what the fuck happened. Probably went some... Oh yeah, here we go. It hit out here. I just didn't even see the projectile. That's how fast that fucking projectile goes. I love this cannon so much. Okay, this is... yeah. The only problem with hitting the white button is that it activates the entire system, and that's just not a good thing. This is the auto reload cannon Mark II, so the other one was a Mark IV, on opposed to Mark III. This is a much more complicated design of it. Before I started to simplify it, and then simplify it even more, making the wonderful Mark IV. You should see the Mark I on the naval world. That is just... it's way too complicated to be even remotely useful. Oh, wait, just 8 of those? 8 or 9, something. I'll find out eventually. The Mark I looks like a fucking circuit board. That's how fucking complicated it was. This one's too complicated because... Oh shit, it's not working. Fuck. Well, I have never had that happen to me before. I don't know what the hell happened. It might have been like redstone faulty or something. Whatever. Let's load this cannon up. This is the overly tall cannon. See? This is the overly tall cannon because it's too tall. Though I will say the projectiles go a pretty good distance. When they hit the ground, of course, which they didn't. This is the mortar Mark 1, I think that said. And that system is wrong. Let me just get a repeater real quick. It's one repeater behind. There we go. Almost done here. Alright, so that wouldn't be an actual ground hit. This is the new simple cannon, which is very reminiscent to my first attempts at cannons before I realized that you need water and slabs and, well, you know, just generally be good. I tried making a new version of the cannon, but it fires pretty well, but it's just not as reliable as the original. This right here is the Ultra Shotgun Cannon in beta stage. It's a pretty good idea thought up by my friend Michael, who called it a Mac cannon. But I just don't know where to go with it. It's kind of a blunderbuss sort of thing. I want to make it work, but I just don't know how. Yet. This is a double house cannon. There's two cannons in this entire house. There could be furniture, but, you know, the whole reason is just that, you know, those two cannons be camouflaged as a house. This, baby. This is the overly... It says accurate, but I meant powered. It's called accurate, again, because if I put a slab on the projectile, then it becomes extremely accurate. So, drop that and then get a slab. There. Alright. Cover that up and hit the button. Let's see, the projectile pretty much goes straight forward. Good. Yeah, fuck you, pig. As you can see, that goes much farther like that. That hit one of the projectiles made it all the way out there, and if you see, that's the 124 marker. That goes just about there. That one went all right there. The 124 was made by the overly powered Mark II. That was the Mark I. These are the camouflage tactics I was talking about. This would be the most camouflaged one in the area I have. This one is for spruce trees in an Arctic biome. This one's for a desert. This one is for an Arctic tundra without any trees, or even with trees it would probably be good. But what's pretty cool about the Arctic tundra one is that if it snows, where is the snow? Decoration. If it snows, it covers up the TNT so people can't see it from the air. And then, no. Hit the button. Hit the button. That goes pretty far. This is the original automatic gravel cannon. I think it says Mark II. The Mark I was us manually... No, it says Mark I. The original, which I guess would be Mark 0. Oh, it didn't go anywhere. The Mark Zero was us placing gravel on a long-ass chute that we had to time ever so perfectly with each other. But with the automatic system, we don't have to do that anymore. So, you know, pretty useful. Instead of fucking doing that every time. This is the triple cannon that, can be disputed that if me or Matt made it. He says he made it, but really it was me. He did make a triple cannon. Wow, that failed. He did make a triple cannon, but, by the way, this is the, Smart Pop cannon out of order because I don't know the design quite well. This is the Grape Shot Cannon Mark III, inspired by the Grape Shot from Assassin's Creed 3 in the Aquila. But anyways, the dispute about the triple cannon. We did both make a triple cannon at the same time on the same map. But the thing is, that was my design, and his design looked a lot shittier and didn't work as well. And that's really saying something because mine did not work at all. That system is broken. Let me just fix that real quick. There must have been like water or an explosion or something. Fuck. Alright then. There must have been like water or an explosion or something to damage the redstone circuitry here. Fire that off again. There we go. That one worked perfectly. Now, the granddaddy. The overly complicated cannon based off of that one YouTuber doing that thing with a ship. Overly complicated cannon. Yeah, it said complicated, not complex. Called this because, again, the system is... What happened here? This thing must have exploded. This thing has a very great track record of only blowing up when other people build it, or if I have, like, the redstone system slightly fucked up. Like, right here, these would blow up the cannon, definitely. Besides that, it's pretty reliable. It's either personal error of counting the seconds wrong before hitting the red button, or, you know, just a bad designer. If you use it right, use it properly, and build it properly, everything will be fine, and it's the most reliable cannon you can have. It's also the best one because you can adjust where the projectile goes and how far it goes. Fargo. Yeah, sometimes they're not very reliable, but as you can see, some shots did make it all the way out here. That's one of Matt's bombing systems that blew up, or mining systems. Wow, I'm running low on time actually. Should probably step up. So this is the fuck. Screw it. I'm not saving anyways. This is the shotgun cannon Mark III. As you may notice, the same thing with the grape shot cannons is that these things have differences with how many projectiles they hold. They're called a shotgun cannon because they have a very good scatter fire sort of thing to them, and they have multiple projectiles. I love them so much because they're so devastating. This is the Mark II. And of course the Mark I, the faithful one that barely fails on us and is the inspiration for the next ones. There we go. That totally worked. You didn't see it explode at all. This is the widened double cannon made because we wanted to put some space between the two cannons in the double cannon. That was the primary problem of the cannon itself. Did not work. Worked exactly the same as the double cannon and had the same exact problems. I guess there's just no way to fix it, besides to be like 3 or 5 blocks away from the other cannon. fix this real quick. Redstone, 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 redstone. Stop there. Right. Let me put a swiftness potion on and load all these babies up first before firing them. Ah, shit. These glitches have never happened before. I don't know what the fuck's going on. May notice a difference between the simple cannons and like having side redstone and completely different designs on some of them, like these ones. That's because they're not necessary to be like that if they're like this. They're necessary to be like that if with how many TNT they have on them. I'm just gonna load up all these cannons so I can instead of fucking loading them and then firing them and going through all the name and all that shit. Almost done, people. We got this. We got this! Don't you quit on me now! I had a really stupid thought when I was gonna upload this video. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna set it to upload and then I'm gonna go play Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, I'm gonna go play Kerbal Space Program on the computer that's uploading the fucking video. I'm not smart, am I? This is the power 19. Didn't go too far, but whatever. This is the power 10. Wait, what? Power 17. What? Oh, it says 18. Okay. 18, yeah. Okay, this is the power 16. Power 15. Power 14. Called that for how many blocks of TNT it has in its charge. Power 13. And then, of course, the one projectile. Power 12. Power 11, where I no longer need that like extra part of redstone to activate all the TNT at the same time. Power 10. Power 9. Power 8. Power 7. This is back at the originals before I started making the extended versions. Power 6. Power 5. This is the original cannon. This is the first cannon I have ever made successfully. It is the most reliable out of all of them. It's the granddaddy. It is the fucking... It is what I come back to think constantly before making any new cannon. Power 4. Power 3. Thank God that didn't set off the TNT. Power 2. And of course, Power 1. Oh, I'll know, dude. Just play like Battlefield 4 Titanfall or something. Wow, that worked perfectly. Alright, didn't blow up this cannon. This is the AA cannon. Probably one of the least reliable cannons I ever have, especially when in camouflage version. I never really know how to make these work correctly, even though I made them. They tend to blow up. There's like a right way to turn them so that they don't, but I just don't know. This is a staircase cannon, Matt's first cannon that he ever made alone. It blew up my system. Fuck him. It's not the best system in the world, but, you know, it's his. You know? Don't judge a man by... Don't judge a man by the performance of his cannon. Judge a man if he can make one. This is the Flak Cannon / AA Cannon Mark II. It's a much more reliable version of the A cannon. It fires projectiles much higher and can support a shotgun load. I am fucking WannaChaos2033. Thank you all for watching. If you liked, like, favorite, and subscribe. God, that was fucking hard. An hour and a half of recording pretty much non-stop except for like 1 second to switch over from half an hour to 1 hour. This is the Redstone Engineering world. I will be showing you all how to build most of this shit. And as the sun sets, I am going to fucking sleep while this is uploading. Bye! Whoosh. Bye.